Welcome, everybody, to today's webinar. Glad you could be with us today in the Kingdom Group. Today, we're going to talk about WCM 777. We have a lot to go over. Advise you to take some good notes, paper and pen. Have that on handy. We're going to do our best to attempt to record this and put this on our website as well. So, again, thank you for being here today. We're going to talk about the company, the products and services, and the compensation plan. So with that said, let's get started with today's presentation. First of all, the parent company is World Capital Market. And World Capital Market has offices all around the world, as you can see on your screen. Now, World Capital Market is a private international bank, and they really specialize in funding, portfolio management, consulting, mergers, acquisitions, and partnerships, just to name a few. Now, what we're going to talk about in this presentation is the sister company, which is WCM 777, based out of Hong Kong, and they're located in this building, as you see on your screen. Here are a few pictures from that building, a very prestigious place. It has to be because of the clientele of World Capital Market. They have over 700 companies that they deal with, and these are just a few that you see on your screen. There are plenty more, but these are some of the ones that people are most familiar with around the world. Continuing, they also have recently purchased Glen Ivy Golf Course, and that is right here as you see on your screen. It's president of World Capital Market, Dr. Phil Ming Zhu, addressing the crowd. They had a little bit of a celebration there. Here he's addressing the media, and here he is with a group of the leaders of World Capital Market and WCM 777. This golf course is a 72-hole golf course, which makes it huge. In fact, it's one of the most expensive areas in California. Now, being part of WCM 777, you can get a golf card where you can receive discounts if you want to play golf there. But this just shows the power of the company and what they're doing. Now, also under the WCM World Capital Market umbrella is Global Holdings Group, and they recently partnered up with World Capital Market on a $20 million shopping mall, as well as an oil field valued at oil company valued at over $800 million. And there's a reason for all this we'll get to. The president of the company, Dr. Phil Ming Zhu of World Capital Market, has taken 8 companies public around the world, one selling for $400 million. He has a master's degree in communications at USC and a doctorate in theology. He's a graduate of the Finance and Equity program at Harvard Business School. And in 1999, he co-founded Harmony Investment International, and they provided consulting services for the Netherlands government. Now, a little bit more on Dr. Phil Ming Zhu. Here you see the Kingdom Economic Summit that took place November 5th through the 10th of 2013, and one of the main speakers you see right there is Dr. Phil Ming Zhu. He's out there. People know who he is, and they want him to speak at public events. Here he was named to the Los Angeles Mayoral Inauguration Committee, and that was for the new mayor out there. Here are some of the leaders of the company. Now, we also have a bio on all these people. So if you want more information on any of the people that you see on this screen, as well as the screen right here, contact the person that invited you here. They'll be able to get you a list of their bios. Back in 2008, during the Asian Pacific Economic Summit, WCM was selected as one of the top 100 international investment institutions. Also, Dr. Phil Ming Zhu was awarded one of the top 10 most prominent Asian investors. So that's a big deal right there. And they talk a little bit about World Capital Market does, as we already mentioned, with the mergers, acquisitions, the financing, joint ventures, and even IPO preparation. Now, the mission. What is this all about? What we're going to talk about is, first of all, the mission of WCM 777 and World Capital Market is to take 300 companies public over the next 10 to 15 years. Also, to create a high-yielding pre-IPOs and IPO, and there's going to stock swaps available to those of us in the opportunity, and to create an this is an international currency as well, through the Kingdom Card, which we're going to talk about through a program called Profit Points, which is based on precious metals, oil, and gas. Now, what is the main role of the company? What they're trying to do is to recruit and compensate entrepreneurs just like you and to help finance and promote the ventures that we've mentioned above here. Those 300 companies, which is their target goal over the next 10 to 15 years. Here's the registration and incorporation papers for WCM 777. They are based, the headquarters out of Hong Kong, as I mentioned earlier. Now, a quick disclosure statement before we get into everything, that we are responsible for the laws where we live, as well as paying the taxes where we live as well. So keep that in mind. Also, what we do is we help people. We make very good money in this opportunity, which you're about to see. But there was a recent disaster in the Philippines. So our group, the Kingdom Group, came together, collecting money, still doing that. And as of now, we've collected over $11,000 just from our members in this opportunity, just us, the people, the affiliates. And, we've done a great job. And here they're thanking us for what they did, because we do help. See, it's not just about making the money and saving money. It's about the opportunity to help other people out there. So that's something that we do, if you're interested to learn more about that. Now, also getting out there in public, here I'm sure you're familiar with the Wall Street Journal, talking about our payout system, how people are going to get paid in the opportunity. But what's important on this slide is look at the two key items here. September 19th, 2013, not too long ago. At that point, there were only 16,000 members. This is not ground floor. I call this the basement. And this is where you want to be, really, at the early stages in any opportunity. Our first product we're going to talk about is World Cloud Media. Now, I'm sure some of you are familiar with cloud. Some of you are not. We'll give you a brief overview here. What is cloud technology? Well, first of all, there are multi-servers out there that process information in fractions of a second. If you have a slow computer, you don't need to worry. It's going to turn every computer into a supercomputer. You're going to get unlimited data, which means as much space as you want. Think about it. What do most people use as backup for their computer? I talk to people, they say nothing. And the ones that do, they maybe say an external hard drive. Well, external hard drives crash. Sometimes you may pull the cable out and not eject it, and all of a sudden all your data is lost. You're going to spend anywhere from a few hundred to $1,000, $2,000 to extract your data, and you can lose it for 2-3 months. May not have anything to use. So having a good backup on every computer is important. If you have things that slow your computer down, just throw it all on your cloud. The beauty of cloud is you could be at somebody else's house, anywhere in the world. If they have internet and you stored it on your cloud, you can log into your cloud online and your computer is right there. Whether you have your computer or not, it's there showing up. But it's a great place as a backup. We need backup. There's so much valuable information people have today. And there's a lot more to this program we'll get into. Now, one of the products that we have is the actual merchant account of the Kingdom Card. And here you'll see Jimmy Zhao. He's the director and project manager for the Kingdom Card. If you want, you can sell merchant card services, and there's training involved. In fact, there were so many people that wanted to attend. They did like 5 days of training in different languages. They had to get 2 locations because the rooms were just packed wall to wall. And that was a great experience. They're going to be doing some online tutorial training so you can get qualified, so you can market this product. We'll talk about more of it here. There are 3 cards involved with the Kingdom Card. The first is a red card. The red card is for people that are not in the opportunity, and they can use this card at the marketplace to go on shopping. Pretty soon, there's going to be over 30,000 items at the marketplace. The gold card, now that's the card you would market. That's the merchant card that you would provide to businesses, restaurants, small shops, whatever it may be. We'll talk a little bit more about this on the slide. The platinum card is for the affiliates, us members. That's how we get paid. That's how we can go shopping, online marketing. That's how we can get the credit stock swaps. All the other things are done through this card. That is our card. So let's take a close look at how this works, focusing on the gold card. And this is a way for you to earn residual income. Now, in addition to this, I'm going to show you 7 more ways that are coming up. This is just one way. It's optional. You don't have to do it. But when somebody shops, yes, you're going to get paid. And the good news here is the merchant fee is only 1%. You see, a lot of merchants, they're paying anywhere from 1.7 to 5%. This is 1%. It gets even better. If they're a nonprofit or not-for-profit organization, there is no merchant fee at all. Now, merchants give away free cards to the customers, and they're going to earn reward points when the card's used as well. Now, for you, these points also build up for you. And as the points get higher and higher, you're going to get paid. And you can buy goods if you want. You get free IPO stocks or just make some money. It's totally up to you. Now, here's the big news right here. These are where we're talking about our new financial currency is going to be created through the profit points, which means one currency for the world. That's it. And they're going to set financial history here, and you have that opportunity to be part of it. There aren't many times in our life where we're going to be able to be in something that's big that is going to change history in some way. And this is going to be one of those ways through Two Pacific Inc., the company that we're going to take public, the first one. Now, there are 5 ways to get started in the program. Now, normally you usually see something like this at the very end, but we're going to do it backwards. We're going to show you what it costs to get started, but we're going to show you through the opportunity how you can get all that back and so much more. Now, there are 5 ways. We're going to show you 2 of the most popular ways. If you want to get information on the other 3 ways, again, contact the person that invited you here. The first way is through a junior distributorship package. It's $399. Now, you're going to see something, business volume. We abbreviate 300 with BVs, and that's 300. The BVs are going to be important when we get into the compensation plan. But you're going to get 1 year of cloud space, unlimited space, and a music station. You're also going to get raffle tickets to win prizes that are going to be coming out very soon. The most popular way is the director package, $19.99, 1,900 BVs. You're going to get 5 years of cloud. In fact, that's a great deal right there, even if there wasn't an opportunity. 5 years of cloud. You're going to get 5 years of the music station, 5 years of a books library, 5 years of videos and movies, and you're going to get games if you want to do that, as well as more raffle tickets to win that will increase your chances to win more prizes. When you look at a good cloud product with unlimited data, you're going to pay about $1,500 a year. Here you're talking about $19.99 for 5 years or $3.99 for 1 year. It doesn't really get much better than that. Plus, you have the opportunity, which should blow you away when you see it. Now, before we get started on how you can earn, where do we put our money in wallets? There are 3 wallets. The first wallet is an e-wallet, and that's the most popular one, everybody's favorite. That's where your commission is going to go. As soon as your commission hits the e-wallet, which is usually the next first or second business day after you earn it, you can withdraw that immediately if you want to. Now, the second one is a B wallet. Now, before I get into what a B wallet is, ask yourself a question. How many people you know have jobs and they get paid, let's say, on a Friday? How long does their paycheck usually last? When I ask people that, they say 1 or 2 days, pretty much gone. And the company realizes that. In this program, every 100 days, based on 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, we need to repurchase our package. Okay, now how does that work? Well, we're going to show you how to do it without any money out of pocket, first of all. So let's explain briefly. 50% of what you're going to earn through one of the programs, the Global Selling Bonus, which we're going to talk about next, is going to go into your B wallet. And that's a reserve account so you can repurchase in 100 days. And if you follow what we show you, there'll be no money out of pocket. That's the way it works. Now, another favorite is the P wallet. How would you like to get paid to go shopping? Or maybe get paid to buy stock? Never heard of something like that before? Well, with WCM 777, it's possible because they're going to give you bonuses. And these bonuses are going to go into this P wallet so you can go shopping or to buy stock when the company IPOs. So that's what it's for. You can use that at the marketplace or to buy future company stock at the time of the IPO, which is the initial public offering when they introduce it to the public. Let's get into the 7 ways that you can earn. The first one is a global selling bonus. Passive income means that you don't have to refer anybody to get this. That's right. Pretty much as close to profit sharing as you're going to get. It's a fixed amount based on your package. And 50% is going to go in your e-wallet and 50% is going to go into your B wallet. That's Monday through Saturday based on a 100-day term. Now, if you look at the numbers, you're going to get $2 a day in your e-wallet and $2 a day in your B wallet. $4 a day. If you had $399, where would you get that return? I don't know of any other place. In fact, when we go into the director position, look at this. I want to ask you a question. This is a question I ask a lot of people. If you had $2,000, where would you put your money? Most people tell me a bank. And what is the bank going to give you after a year? How much money are you going to have in a bank from your $2,000 savings? Maybe $10, $20 if you're lucky. Well, if I can show you how to get $300 to $400 a month, would you like to know what I'm doing? Well, it's WCM 777. As you can see on your screen right here, $16 a day in the e-wallet and $16 a day in my B wallet. It's really $32 a day is what you're getting, but your net is $16 a day. I don't know of many places where you can achieve that type of return. That's why a lot of us are excited about this opportunity. We see it happening 6 days a week, and no referring is required. How would you like to go a little bit further using that one plan I showed you? And let's say it's 2000, not the 1999. If you had one unit or package, we call the packages units, you're going to get $400 a month. Well, you can buy or build to these positions with your commission. You could get additional packages. In fact, with that extra cloud, you could give it away to somebody. If you had 2 or 3 units, give it to somebody, maybe as a Christmas gift, or even sell it to somebody. It's up to you. It's valued at $1,500. You can do what you want. But let's look at this closely. One unit is $400 a month. If you had 2 units, you would have $800 a month. 3 units, $1,200. I think you're getting the idea. 4 units, $1,600 a month. How about 5 units? Most people say $2,000. That's not a typo, because you see, with the money that you earn, you can get a 6th unit. And 6 units would yield you $2,400 a month. Now, how long is it going to take you to get this kind of money from a bank? We figured it out, about 175 years. So really, that's not an exciting program for itself right there. Global selling consumption bonus is the second way you can earn. And this is also completely passive, no sponsoring, no referring required. We're going to get visual with this as well. It's a 3x7 force matrix, filling from left to right, which means three legs. You have 3 legs and 7 levels deep. So let's take a closer look at how all this works. And by the way, every time you repurchase, you're going to get a new matrix, and the first one stays in place. Now, how is your matrix filled? Well, the reason why it's passive is filled by all the people in the opportunity working together. Maybe you don't bring in anybody, but guess what? If somebody falls in your matrix, you're going to make $7 for each unit, not person, because some people buy multiple units or packages. So any unit that falls there, you're going to get paid. Now, this is slow moving. This is something that you're not going to make a lot of money on. It does take time, but if you fill your matrix, it's over $22,000, close to $23,000. And for every package or unit that you get another matrix. So if you have 3 units, you have 3 matrices. It really works like that. Let me show you an example of how this works. All right, there's somebody that's above you that you see on your screen. That circle is a person above you. Then on their first row, there are 3 people below them. You're the second one in the middle. Now, as people come in, they come in from left to right. That person comes in, you don't get paid. That person, you don't get paid because they're not in your matrix. You don't get paid. Now, you're not putting these people in. It's everybody in the opportunity filling one matrix. Guess what? The next one comes in, you're paid $7, $7. $7. Next one, you're not getting anything. It goes to that person over there. It's filling up every row left to right. And as it gets deeper, it does take time. Just think of this as a bonus when you get it. Okay, and it keeps filling in left to right. As you see, you should get the idea by now. See, then you get paid again. It keeps growing. And then the other person gets paid. So that's how it works. It is slow moving again. Just want to let you know, just treat this as, hey, this is some extra money you didn't count on. It happens. The leadership bonus happens quite frequently. In fact, quite a bit. Let me explain what this is. You've seen profit sharing. You've seen a force matrix. Now we're going to get into the binary where the money starts growing. In fact, as we go through the plans, they get better and better. When somebody falls into your binary, and for those of you that don't know, a binary is too wide, and the amount of levels deep depends on your package. So let's go into that. Anytime someone falls into your binary, that's a unit, not a person, because some people can get multiple units. If somebody comes in with 10 units, that's like 10 people. You're going to get $6 for each one. Out of that, 80% goes into your e-wallet, and 20% goes in your P wallet to buy future company stock or to go shopping. That's what it's for. So it's $4.80 as your net, and then the other $1.20 goes into your P wallet. So let's explain how this works. How do people get into your binary? Well, you can put them there. The people above you, all the way up pretty much to a certain amount of levels you'll see on your screen shortly, could put them there as well. And the people that are placed below you can bring in more units, and you get paid on those. So let's look at this closely. If you're a junior distributor paid through 7 levels and you max out at $1,524, now a director, and you're going to see why people want to be a director on this slide, is because we're paid not through 7 levels, but through 15 levels. And when you talk to somebody and say, well, 15 levels, that's a little bit more than double, maybe $3,300, $3,400. No, because as the levels grow, so do the wideness of that row. So look at, you see here, 15 levels deep, a lot more units in that bottom level, which can net you really $393,204 if it fills up. Now, you're not going to fill it up right away. And the good news, when this does repurchase every 4 months, which is 3 times a year, you get a new binary and your current one stays active. So now you have 2. If you have 3 to 5 packages, you have 3 to 5 binaries, and they all renew every 4 months. And this keeps growing and growing. You can see here, it just builds. I'm sure you'd be happy with half the amount that we're talking about here. Let's get into the building side. The first 3 plans you've seen require no referring at all. This does require some type of referring, and the company wants to pay you for your efforts. So if you introduce somebody to the opportunity, they get the cloud technology, they get their Kingdom card, their raffle tickets, and all the products that go along with it. You're going to get a gross of $380 for bringing in a director. Okay, we're going to use the director because the director is 1,900 BVs, and you get 20% of that. Out of the 380, 80% goes into your e-wallet, which is $304. You can withdraw that the next day or next business day as soon as it hits your e-wallet. And the director is the P-wallet gets 20%, which is $76, and the $76 is for shopping or for future company stock. It gets better. There are overrides because the people you bring in are going to introduce others as well. Now, this is not part of the binary. This is its own separate plan to the side through 6 generations. Now, you can see a director gets quite a bit more than a junior. So if you brought me in and I was a director, you would get $380. If I brought a director in, you were a junior, you get $19. If you were a director, you get $57. And this goes through 6 levels deep. They went one step further as well. What they did is they added something called a graded bonus, and it's based on leftovers. That's what I call it. It's the best way to describe it, to keep it in simple terms. Now, what the company does is they pay out a total of 3% in overrides. 20% for the direct referral, 3% in overrides. Now, there's no referral, or I should say no leftovers for the junior director on generation 1 because you're getting the 20%. But through the other generations, you're going to get 6. Now, what are we talking about here? Well, for juniors, it really doesn't mean anything because leftovers means what the junior didn't get, anybody above that junior will get it. So if you're a director and you get 3% and the junior gets 1%, there's 2% they didn't get out of the 3. That's the leftovers. The 2% leftovers the junior didn't get, the director gets it. So not only do you get your 3% referral bonus, you get your 2% leftovers or your graded bonus, which gives you $95. It's a big advantage right there. So again, let me cover this quickly so you understand. A director gets 1%. If the company's paying out 3, there's 2% left over. You get that 2% plus your 3%, giving you 5% through the 6th generation. The binary matching bonus is where you're going to make most of your income. So let's explain how this works. Now, in a binary, we're going to use an example of directors at 1,900 BVs. This is you're A. And a binary has a left and a right side, okay? Now, the binary, your binary, B comes into your binary. Now, B can be placed by you, or anybody above you and all the way up to the top. This is through an infinite number. So if you're 10,000 levels deep in this opportunity, all the way up to the top, if somebody puts somebody underneath you, A, they put B there, you get 1900 BVs. But the key word here is matching. You need to match on the right what is on the left. So if you got B on your left and nobody on your right, there's no match yet. You need to have a match. So if the person above you put in B, maybe I suggest you find C as quick as you can, because when you do that, you're going to get a total of $100, 80 in your e-wallet, 20 in your P-wallet. Really that simple. Now what happens? B brings in D, or maybe you bring in D, or somebody above you brings in D. It doesn't matter as long as they get there. And then maybe you or C bring in G. Now you see there's your second set. D and G is your next set. That's $100 more. Then B brings in E and C brings in F. That's another $100. Let's change the scenario a little bit. Let's say you have positions A, B, and C. You own 3 units. Well, quick review. For B and C, that's your first one. That's 100. You brought in D and G, or somebody above you placed them there, that's another 100, just like above. E and F, that's another 100. But this is where things change. You own B, and B has D and E. That's 100 for B, right? It's left and right. And F and G, left and right side, that's another 100 for you, giving you a total of 500 instead of 300. Now, guys, this goes through infinite levels deep, capping out at 10,000 a day per unit. So if you had A, B, and C, you can make 30,000 a day. If you just had A, it's 10,000 per day. Again, you're not going to get there right away, but in time, hey, you could get there. And every time you repurchase, you keep your current binary, this one here, plus you get a new one. So now you have 2 going. And if you have multiple units, there could be multiple repurchases. It just keeps growing and growing. This could grow thousands of levels deep. And the cap is that 10,000. That's controlled so the company doesn't run out of money. And I know you're asking where all this money is coming from. We'll get that toward the end. Finally, the last one we're going to talk about before we get to your questions is profit points, earning points. This one is also passive, the 4th way you can earn without referring or sponsoring anybody. And this may be our best one yet. It's soon to come. It's not here, so you want to get in position. How does this all work? And wait till you see what they're doing here. Affiliates can use funds from their P-wallet to purchase profit points. Each $1 is equivalent to 10 profit points. Okay, so if you had $100, it'd be 1,000 profit points. It's converting your dollars into points. That's the new currency. You can also transfer funds. If you don't have enough in your P-wallet, you can take some of your commission from your E-wallet, put it in your P-wallet, and get the points. Now, this is the exciting part. Do you see how all the growth is here? When 50 directors come into this program, your profit point is going to increase in value. This is like a private stock offering, but it only can go up. It can't go down. So 50 directors, we've had people come in with 50 to 100 units. One person can do that, and there's thousands of people in the opportunity, and that keeps growing every single day. So 50 director units is very achievable. In fact, many times throughout the day, your profit points are going to increase in value. When 5,000 director units come in, your profit points are going to double and split, which means you've got twice as many profit points. And then they start all over again. They go work their way down to the beginning. And as 50 director units come in, 50 more, it increases in value. And then when the next 5,000 director units, that doubles and splits again. We're going to give you an idea how it works. 10,000 profit points equal $1,000. So let's say you have $1,000 to put in the program through your P-wallet, or you can add more from your E-wallet. Depends how you want to do that. Well, when it doubles and splits, you're going to have 2,000. And this is maybe going to be about a month. And then 4,000, then 8,000, then 16. You see what's going on here? Every month it's going to double and split. And this could get faster as the company grows. We can't give you any actual real projections because we don't know how many people are going to be in the opportunity 2, 3, 4, 5 months from now as it keeps growing. But the faster it grows, the more you're going to make. Also, in this example, we don't show you putting any more money in. This is just the one time to getting it started. When you do this program, the program is starting soon. So as you earn more money, you can put more in, and these numbers can go really crazy. Now, finally, you're going to be able to exchange some of this money or all of it for that IPO when the company goes public. So we can buy stock with this money, not out of pocket. You buy it from what you've earned here. The company's going to give away 50 million points at IPO. Now, we're not sure how they're going to distribute those points, but they're going to be giving them away. So you want to get in position for that as well. On October 17th, 2013, the company gave or actually sold 2 million shares at $1 a share to Pacific Inc., the company that we're taking public. 2 million shares. Now, in order to get this, you had to have a minimum of $1,000 in your e-wallet. At that point, there weren't many people that had that. We're guessing 4, 5, maybe 6,000 had $1,000 in their e-wallet. Well, guess what? And they sold out in 2 hours and 7 minutes. 2 million shares. That's definitely going to raise a few eyebrows right there when this company goes public. Because you see, the big news here is we help companies go public. That's what we're about. Word of mouth advertising. First of all, this is going to look great when they show this and present it to other people that, hey, they sold 2 million shares in 2 hours and 7 minutes. Also, this is based with the Kingdom Card to Pacific Inc. at the marketplace for shopping. All these Kingdom Card members are there. They have all this money in their P-wallet. What are they going to do in that? They're going to shop and they're going to buy stock. That's going to raise the stock price really high. And that's something that you want to be a part of because it will set financial history. Now, you can't guarantee anything, especially when it deals with the stock market. But if you do your own due diligence and you see, look at what do brokers do? Stockbrokers, they look at, some of them look at IPOs. They tell their clients, hey, we got a good tip here. You know, they sold 2 million shares in 2 hours and 7 minutes. They got these Kingdom Cards already in use. Some marketplace people are using it. And they have tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people that have money in a P-wallet that are going to buy stock. What do you to say about that? Again, this is where you want to be. We could talk all about the profit sharing, whether it be $16 a day. We could talk about the binaries and all that, which is great. It gives us money to get into the IPO. That's what this is about. It's about your financial future. We're the Kingdom Group. We provide you with support, training, marketing, webinars, videos, and so much more to help you build. We do 3-way phone calls for you. We do all types of meetings. We travel around the country and even the world. So this is something that you do want to be part of. We'd like to thank you, and we're going to get to your questions in a moment. Again, we are the Kingdom Group. Contact the person that invited you here for WCM 777. At this point, we're going to stop the recording. And one more slide, then we're going to get to your